today I wanted to give you what I think are the top 5 best guns in Farlight 84 since the new update. We're going to go with our number 5 choice first. Now, if I was going to pick straight up out of these right away, I would have to go ahead and pick the M4. This is for ease of use, not necessarily damage, but easily controllable recoil. Me personally, it's not the highest damage, but I really like using it. And if I was going to pick up an AR, this one probably has the most consistent DPS. If not the highest, but definitely the most consistent in my opinion. I can hit the most consistent shots out of any assault rifle with the M4. So M4, there she is. We got the blue skin there. That's going to be our number 5. So next up, we'll pick another assault rifle. Personally, I really like the AK. It's the highest damage in class. It's really good for close range and medium range, not so good for long range. You can't really slap a 4 times on it because the recoil is a bit too high. A lot of people use it, especially on mobile. If you have aim assist, it's really nice to have. The only issue is when you put a red dot on it, sometimes it's just a little wonky. I don't know what it is exactly about the red dot and what the issue is. Most people recommend playing with the AK with iron sights. I prefer it 2 times personally, but it's because I'm blind. I can't see it. I need to zoom in more. Okay, so the AK on the list, I'm going to have to go with like a number, dare I say 3. We're going to have to go with the number 3 there. Love that thing. Absolutely awesome. I don't use it often because it's a high skill weapon, but it's a good one. It's a good one to use. Okay, next up we have the shotguns. Out of all these, it used to be between the Hound and the Fanatic, but now obviously this exists. The Ancient Star, which is a double shot shotgun. With Lucinda's fast reload, you could just hold the fire button down and just... her fast reload is crazy. So out of all the shotguns, Ancient Star is the easy pick. If you have 2 Ancient Stars, then you're just crazy. But it's a very decent weapon. Don't bother ADSing. It's not really worth it. I don't know. I would say it's probably good to have aim assist with it, but it doesn't hurt to use it on PC either. With the Ancient Star, I'm going to go ahead and actually put that at a number 2. I think that's one of the absolute game changers in this game is the Ancient Star. It's nothing like walking around thinking you're safe and then somebody jetpacks on you and double pumps you and you're done. It hurts my feelings, but, you know, hey, it's part of the game, and you either learn how to use it or get left behind, I guess. All right, next up, we have our choice of SMGs. Personally, here's the thing. When I first started out, I used the UMP a lot. The UMP is the most user-friendly. You could put a lot of attachments on it. It has the least amount of recoil. So this is what I started out the game using, was the UMP, mostly because it didn't have a lot of recoil. The one thing that I would complain about with the UMP is it's just not high damage enough. I mean, with it fully kitted, with the full parts and everything, be able to get more DPS, you know, straight out of the box, there's better options available, you know, with that extra second, and trying to kit up a full gun and everything is not really a good thing to do it in this game. Personally, there's not a lot of looting. You just kind of end up taking fights really fast, and you just have what you have. You know, a lot of the fights happen early game. We get knocked out pretty quick, so it's best to have something early. So with that being said, I would say the Uzi. And here's the thing about the Uzi. The Uzi's nice to have. It's a lot better to have if you have aim assist. It's a really good weapon to use for mobile, but basically it's, you know, you're gonna one clip somebody if you don't miss a bullet with the Uzi. You blast them with it up close, a quick burst, and they're done. And it's I believe it's the gun with the fastest TTK in the game is the Uzi. It's kind of hard to control. You can only have a stock and a muzzle brake on it, but once you have those good attachments on it, it's got pretty decent recoil. Best SMG, and of course you guys know if you're going to use SMGs, you want to go ahead and use Cypher. Cypher has fast reloads on SMGs as shown on screen. See that quick reload? So if you like SMGs, you like taking your fights up close, you know, walk up to a building, throw down your EMP, get their shield weak, walk in with an SMG, double SMG, quick reload. Cypher is absolutely dominant with the SMG. Okay, so we have the Uzi, and that's going to be my number 4 slot. Bada bing, bada boom. Best SMG, fastest TTK in game. Kind of a pain to use at range, and better to have if you have aim assist, like I said. Definitely solid thing to have as a secondary. I just prefer building up weapons. I like getting the attachments and stuff. I like using the UMP more probably, even though close range it'll probably, if you come up against a good player, they know to use the Uzi, and you're just going to lose to the Uzi or the Ancient Star. Well, right now, you know, the meta right now is definitely the Ancient Star and the Uzi. And of course, last but not least, we have our choice of sniper rifles. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the bar for a second. The bar is a great weapon. Don't get me wrong, okay? The only problem I have with the bar is the only way you can get a one-shot headshot with the bar is if you use Phantom and you have Sunil's buff. And that's the only way you're getting a one-shot headshot. Phantom does do extra headshot damage as part of her skill set. So the longer she plays in game, she gets higher damage just with sniper rifles. Now, the bar is a great entry weapon. So, you know, you could open them up with the bar, finish them off with the hound. These do have full player health, so it's a good opener. Basically, if you can't hit 2 shots in a row, any smart player will move out of the way quick enough before you cock back your bar for the second shot. Anybody with jetpack in between these 2 shots, if they're decent. So the bar is not really a good option for me anymore once you kind of get higher up in the ranks. This is my favorite gun. This is the number one for me. It is the Defender with a 4x specifically because of the fire rate. Even though they buffed the damage of it recently, it doesn't matter. Just because of how fast it shoots. I use this weapon as a crutch. Way too much, right? Reloading. I'm not very good at close range and medium range fights because I use this gun too much. I don't know what it is about the Defender. It almost feels like it has artificial aim assist attached to it. I don't know what it is. With the Defender, you could use the 4x or you could use the 8x. This is what the 8x looks like. And the 8x is even better with the aim assist for me. Like, I don't... Yeah, I don't know what it is about the Defender, but it's just so good, and there's nothing that really compares. The Stellar Wind is a joke. If they buff the fire rate for the bar a little bit, I'd probably use it more. But look at that. Just... that's ridiculous. You can get a headshot with the Defender. That's a whole squad right there. And from a distance, especially on PC, if you're going up against mobile, they don't really stand a chance. They're not even going to see you. They're just done already. So there we go, baby. Defender. 4x, preferably. 8x, you know, you could do an 8x, but I prefer the 4x. All right, and well, we're here, so I figure I'll go over the ones that I think are really good for aim assist, which I consider being similar to playing on controller. So if I was going to be playing on controller, or, you know, if you're playing on mobile and you have aim assist, the game changes up a little bit because you don't really have the recoil. You have that grippiness. You got that stickiness. So we'll go over the top 5 I consider to be the best for mobile. VSS, that's going to be in number 2. Ancient Star, I'm going to put at a number 3. That's an easy one. It's got the high DPS. It's got these are a lot of weapons that you can't really use on PC because they're just too wonky and you really kind of need aim assist to help with the grip. Ancient Star is nice on both. The Uzi, I'm going to go ahead and put that at number 1. I would say the White Dwarf would go ahead and be at number 4. I kind of did these a little bit out of order. And I would say actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and switch this around a bit. I changed my mind. Now that I'm looking at it in this connotation, we're going to go ahead and do this. I changed the whole thing up. This is what I actually think when it comes to mobile. Now this is mostly close range. You want to take most of your fights close range in mobile anyways. This is what I would recommend. On controller, these are the bad boys that I use that I can't use on PC because the recoil is too crazy or it's too hard to use. If you're on mobile, consider using the VSS, the Uzi, the AK, the Ancient Star, and the White Dwarf. Thank you guys so much for watching all my videos. I really appreciate you guys. At least 100 people every day are watching my videos. Thank you to the 100 people. Thank you, at least. I love you all so much. Thank you for supporting me. And if you're interested in membership, I have memberships as low as 99 cents. You can get access to my emotes and all that good stuff for my streams. Leave a like if you liked it, and smash that dislike if you disliked it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.